Welcome to Sawlogs Plastic Cups, your buddy Jim Desmond, and it's another weekday edition of Slop in the Shop. I appreciate you stopping by for the little pig feeding session. We got a little bit of product announcement. We've got a little bit of just some other things, and I've got a little machining clip sort of in the middle of this sucker. And it's not really making anything except converting stock. I thought it'd be interesting because you've seen me convert Durling this way, so I just want to, this is a piece of aluminum, and it'll be explained as we get into it. So, no further ado, I've got the pig bucket out, done called the little piggies up to eat, so you can sit back and enjoy the pigs being fed and kind of seeing what we're doing here. This is just kind of a mixed up adventure. We'll come back and tell you bye there at the end. You're going to be seeing this and some others today. This is going to be the unboxing of the product. As I use it and review it, we'll be representing it there. So they've got a complete line of products, and they just reached out, wanted me to, like a lot of people, just get more exposure for the product. We're going to be using this a lot in our slop. You'll see it mostly in my slop series, and I'll probably be using it in the shop and on the race car. So I want to thank the people at Super Clean for sending this product out, and we'll give it a fair shake and let you know all about it. It looks like it's going to be a real good project. I'm going to use it for stuff when I'm knurling and stuff. And you'll see it because I've got a knurling job coming up. And we'll probably do that. It'll be on this particular Slop in the Shop video. So, with that being said, let's move right on. Alright, this is a little project I done yesterday and I didn't finish. This is a little garden bench that I made up out of some stuff. What this was one of these little benches that you had sitting around the house. So what I did is, we had the stained glass, it was a window we picked up at an estate auction a while back. And so what we did is, this bench was falling apart, so I took it apart, disassembled it. And after I disassembled the bench, we bolted the stained glass to the back. This piece I trimmed and welded into the center here is a back that was actually on the bench. So what it's done is made a little garden bench. We got it sitting on a porch right now. It's going to need a little paint and a little trim, a little more cleaning up, but I just wanted to go ahead and get it out for display and get it where we'd be able to see it. Folks can see it. It's still got some little work to do with it, but this is the kind of the thing here. So there we go. Okay, you see on my workbench a square piece of aluminum. I got this today. Yes, well, I actually have had it several days. I just hadn't got into the shop. Young man who drives the race car for me, Justin Truitt, seen this some industrial job he is on that's going to be thrown away, sent me a message, said, "Hey, do you want it?" I said, "Of course." Now, I could keep it and use it maybe to make pieces this way or this way, but to me, I get more use out of it by making it into a round. So we're going to make it into a round, and I'm going to put a few steps on this video, well, in whatever everything else we're doing. Okay, I'm just going to, the way I'm going to do this, and this is, I'm just going to do one side right quick, is I'm just going to hit this block, and zero the Y dimension here. And what I'm going to do is zero all four corners and find the center. If you'll notice, I put in a little edge, little stop on the vise. I'm gonna center this one next. I'm gonna go do that in camera. I've got a stop right here in the vise. I'll bring you right back to get the idea of what I'm doing. All right, now I'm gonna put a center drill in it. I don't think it's tighter than I want it to be. That's good. Again, this isn't perfect, but we're within. And you noticed I ain't truing it up or no junk like that. And what we're going to do is turn it over. See, there's a blue mark here. And that way I don't have to square up all the centering again. It's going to be fairly close. I mean, is it going to be perfect? Probably not. But it's going to be within a couple of thousandths. Again, we're just getting centers found and made in the block. There we go. All right, now I'll move on to the lathe, and I'll bring you back once I get sort of set up. All right, let me do this again. Got a phone call. I've got the setup made. Basically what we have here is I've got this driving bolt, and we're just going to start out. I'm going to run it kind of conservative at about 300 something RPM. I'm not going to go all the way up to the nut. We can always stick it back in a 3-jaw on this side and turn it out, get it close. So what we're doing is just basically what you see me do with the piece of Darwin, is just basically just knock the corners off of it till we get it round. All right, this is the first pass of the knitting. I've got a stop set. That's going to make this work. So, it's a slow process. Making sure everything's tight, not moving. It puts a lot of pressure on the lathe. So you want to take it, you got to be mindful of the cut piece. And there's always a little paper or whatever. One of the things I'm learning along the way is I'm having to run slower, take lighter cuts of this. I've never done a piece of aluminum this way, so one of the challenges, it seems like everything's wanting to slide today. So getting everything really good and tight is just paramount, and just being patient on the depths of cut. This is a lot of interrupted cut here, and we just have to take light cuts and kind of feather through it and get there. It's going to be a slow process. I am going to say something while I'm making passes. I'm not going to bore you with the whole process, obviously. An obvious question is, why? Well, first it's free. This piece of material was gifted to me, and it was in an industrial site somewhere, and it was going to be thrown away by people who don't realize the value of such stuff. And somebody basically picked it up and gifted it to me. I have a lot more time than I have money, so I'm going to have a round piece of stock for just a little bit of effort. Now, would I buy a piece like this and turn it down? Heck no. So, here we go. Just thought I'd throw it in when I make the passes. There's a couple of keys to this that I'm going to mention while I'm making a pass. First, you just got to figure your depth of cuts out. And 60 thousandths is saying to work the best. At 200 RPM, just taking my time. I mean, what you're trying to do is minimize the bang. When you lay your hand up here, you don't feel it beating the bearings. It sounds a lot worse than what it is, but you just got to be kind of careful and take your time with this. And you know, all we're trying to do is get a nice, clean, round piece of stock. Probably when I finish, I'll just saw the square end off and not turn it and save it for another project. But it's just To me, I get more value out of this stock as a piece of round because of the size of it, but it's just the way it is. It says at the last pass it's going to be really close. I've been putting a little bit of diesel fuel on it, so that's why you see a little smoke. But I think we pretty well got her down there now. Probably about a good 35-40 minutes of working with it. So one of the things that's hard about not having a lathe in a controlled environment is you get all this moisture up and down. It's probably not conducive on this. The gear train of this one's getting noisy anyway. Probably a lot of gear train noise. I mean, let's just see what we got. Get this backed off a little bit. Let me see if I can bump it around. There you go. See, that's perfectly nice and round. That's all we can ask for there. I'll probably just saw this off so I can use this for flat stock. So instead of putting it back in the 3-jaw, I think that would be the best answer for that. Alright, setting on the mill, I ended up with a piece of material. It's going to be about 2 3/4 diameter, which would be good size to use. You could tell the material was not round. It was sort of, and I centered it up, and there's always a little bit when you're setting it in the mill with everything not being true. It's not going to be as true as you'd face the ends off or whatnot. But there we go. Oh, let's set this back and start over. Now I've got 2 pieces of usable stock here. Basically, I've got a square piece here, a round piece, about just a little bit, maybe 5/1000 under 2 3/4, and I've got a little piece that's flat that I can mill and use now too. So that's going to be, I get more use out of it that way. So I hope you enjoyed this little adventure. Okay, first of all, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you see the super clean that we're going to be featuring in our videos. I'm just trying it out. They sent me the product, and I'm trying to get a handle on how well it works. If it works, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know if it's a good product. You can make your own mind up whether you want to purchase it or not. It's give to me, so I'm trying to, get some use out of it and try to give the people a fair review. Alright, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, which is a copyrighted production, James Dedman, Saw Logs Plastic Cups. I hope you enjoy stopping by. The Slop series is always for you, the subscriber, the loyal subscriber, but if you just happen to stop by and catch this thing and don't belong to the family, click the bell and hit the subscribe button right there, please. The channel's growing. It helps me out with a little bit of, very little bit of money. Might be enough to buy a piece of material now and then at my level, but it's not enough to, I'm not getting rich and driving Ferraris or anything like that. Everything helps. Hopefully during the year you'll get to see some of our racing videos. If you're in our local area and see the people who support us on that, I'd appreciate that too. So, with all that being said, ding the bell, hit the subscribe button, sit back and tell your friends about the videos, and sit back and wait till the next one comes out, and I'll be there with you, and we'll have another visit here in my little shop. Till then, you all have a great, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll be looking out to see you again soon.